Hello, everyone. Good morning, or let's say for all of you in the East Coast, good morning. Very, very good morning for all of you on the Pacific Coast and around the world. We're excited for you guys to join us today. We are, let's see, let's go ahead and just wait a few minutes before we get this going. We're going to have an incredible lineup of speakers. So I hope that you guys are excited. I hope you guys have your pens ready and your notes and get ready to join us in the conversation. So let's see. Hold on one second. The one thing that I wanted to tell you guys about while you guys are waiting is that we've been hosting design summits for the last 14 years, right? Every year, Yeh IDeology would celebrate our anniversary. And rather than just celebrate, we wanted you guys to join us because there's so many amazing conversations that we have in the design industry, so many amazing conversations that we know that you would all benefit from being a part of those conversations. So we thought, why don't we bring some great people together and let's talk about where we are today, what's been happening in the past, and how do we look and forecast into the future. And if you think about it, more than anything, this year is the first year where this is probably going to be one of the most pivotal years to talk about the history and the trends and the patterns of design. And let's talk about not just the work itself, but let's talk about the business of design, right? What's it take to be a creative professional in this world today? What's it take to help our clients, businesses, communities, customers, help them find solutions? And how is our work going to change, right? So today, this year, I have to tell you that you guys that more than any year, there's a lot that's changing, right? We're literally in the midst of massive transition and change. And this is not going to end. I mean, for a while, we are, the world is still settling and we will not know what that new normal will be yet. So let's be a part of that conversation. Let's, talk about where we are. What do our customers need now? What are the values that change? And what can we do as creative professionals to help this world get through this? If you guys have seen, take a look at the lineup. We have the lineup up at the top. Starting out, the first speaker, I'm excited to introduce to you guys later. It will be Andrea Morales Cotto. She's going to be talking about how the design industry is changing so rapidly. Exactly, your title won't matter, right? How do you define yourself in this world when there are no guardrails, when there are no paths? How do you create your best future? After that, we're going to have an amazing panel with Meredith Goodwin, another great friend, with the built environment. She's going to have Shay Lamb, Tina Lai, Randall Stone talk about the built environment, experiential design. Where are we going to go shop and how are we going to do this, right? And how are we going to connect? What do we build so that our community feels safe going out there, connecting and communicating? And I don't know about you guys, this is a great moment for us to connect virtually, but for all of you extroverts out there like me, craving to get out there and socialize, right? And then we're going to talk about name your tribe. In fact, I'm going to talk about it right now, give you guys a little bit of a heads up. We know that with most events, we're all in social isolation right now, right? How do we're craving, whether you are extroverts or introverts. In fact, I have my introvert friends saying they've hit their limits of being isolated, and we're all needing that social connection. So let's do that here, right? In all of the work that I've done, being in this industry as a creative professional for the last more than 20 years as a career coach and a recruiter, I know that your network affects where you're going to go. Your network is going to guide you. Your network is going to lift you up. So being part of your network, though, is not just about what you want and what you need. Let's help each other grow, and let's help each other, share our message. So why don't we all connect on Slack? By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, there is no chat in Zoom. We're going to remind you guys repeatedly, there is no chat in Zoom. And so we want you to go to your Slack work group, the Design Summit 2020, and introduce yourself. Find people there, connect, get to know each other, find out what people are doing, find out what their gift is, what something funny about them, and let's practice. Let's see how long this volley can go. All right. Let's see how many people can introduce each other. It's certainly a lot easier to introduce someone else than to talk about yourself. We always find that that's the case. So let's connect. Let's see how sticky our tribe can be. A couple things I wanted to remind you guys. While we will have speakers talking and panels talking about the different spaces of design. By the way, we're going to have people who are, Jose Dos Santos is going to talk about, why are there not enough chief innovation officers? We all know, if we're all coming from the world of design, the solutions that we can bring to the table. How do we help people understand how to solve these business problems? And design has those solutions, right? So how do we shore up? How do we improve ourselves to be that person who can solve that problem? We have people who are going to talk about the built environment. We've got a wonderful panel of speakers who are going to be talking about fashion and how that world is going to be changing. And I love that we're going to have Zoe, who is here already with us now, who's going to bring an amazing panel together talking about being Black in the world of design. If you guys haven't noticed it, the world of design also needs to diversify, right? How do we ensure that we are designing for all of us, right? And this is going to be a great panel discussion for us to understand how can we participate in this discussion. So much going on in today's world. What can we do from our seats, right? And if you haven't noticed it today, let me talk about how the world is changing. This is not just about leaders. In any venue, in any moment, everybody has the opportunity to change this world. If you haven't seen it today, the leaders up top in any country, in any government, in any corporation, it's not necessarily the leaders up top right now. This is grassroots. Every single one of us has an opportunity to raise our voice and change this world and make a difference. And even as creative professionals, we have the chance, we have this opportunity to do this, okay? So I hope you guys join us, join the discussion. Let's talk about what design can do. Let's talk about what our customers need. Let's talk about how this business of design is changing and what opportunities that gives us, okay? All right. I think that we are pretty much set. We've got quite a few people lined up. I think that we have, let's see, plenty of people interested in starting the conversation. So with that, let's go ahead and raise a hand. Let's see who on the side. Let's go ahead and try this, General. Max. I see you, Max. Where is Max right now? Let's see if Max is on the screen. Come on, Max. Are you there?
Let's see here.
I'm going to start your screen. And let's see if you can come up and say hi. How are you? How are you doing?
Very good. Yeah. So the sun isn't up yet, so that's why it's so dark right now.
There's your son right there in your room, right?
Yeah, exactly. It might be better exposure if I do this, but unplug it. But
Andrea, great to see you, woman. Max, where are you? Let's tell everybody where we're signing in from. Where are you coming in from?
I'm from lovely Menlo Park, California, where the real estate is eye-wateringly expensive, and
And what have you been doing? Have you,
I have actually started as a product manager at a company called Thea Interactive, and I am designing uh, VR software that deals with every single thing I've done in my entire career, from the very first job to my most recent job.
I love it. You're in that fun space. I mean,
Hmm.
everybody wants to be in there and wear one of those goggles. So have you had a chance to, you're doing some really fun work. I know the work that you're doing. What, have you met anybody in the Design Summit 2020 yet? And
No,
can
I
you
have not.
introduce?
Hi,
Okay.
everyone. Maximilian, because I live here in Menlo Park.
Okay, then go in later and introduce yourself to someone and make connections and find out what people are doing and see what you can do to offer something to them. Is there, Max, is there anything, well, I'm going to start with you. Is there anything that you can give to others as advice, as a creative professional, leads, resources, and is there anything in particular that you're looking for?
I actually have a lot of resources on finding jobs, at least in the sense of like writing resumes and all that fun stuff. Since I recently done that, what is it? And also my LinkedIn. Anyone who wants to link in with me, I'm coming up on 5,000 people right now. But if you want to introduce yourself to me on LinkedIn, more than willing to make introductions to people. I really enjoy connecting people to other people. So just looking up
Excellent.
at Max Sims, and there's a $1
Okay.
million reward from Europol for me. No.
Okay, great. All right, guys. Max is just introduced. He's got some great leads for you guys. Whoever wants advice on this, please connect to Max on the Slack channel. Okay. All right, Max. Thank you so much for coming on and great to see you here with us, friend. All right. I am going to lead us into just starting off the conference. That just gives you guys an idea of how this works. We're going to, while we have some great speakers, we're going to go ahead and give you guys all an opportunity to join the conversation. Tell us a little bit about your background. Tell us about what you're doing. Tell us if there's a resource that you have for other creative professionals. And if there's a need that you have, and or tell us something about, fun fact, okay? So with that, I am going to lead us in with a meditation. And let's everybody, for all of you that are here, let's go ahead and you can have your screen off, right? Well, everybody is. And let's go ahead and close our eyes and let's take a deep breath, right? We are all going to get together and share a conversation. But not only are we going to share a conversation, we're going to share thoughts. We're going to hold a space here for each other. Let's all take a deep breath. Couple deep breaths. And as you do so, let's listen to our bodies. This is that time where we're noticing not just what the mind is doing, but let's notice our body. Notice your energy. Where are you holding your tension? Are you rolling your shoulders to loosen something up, reposition yourself? And as you breathe in, feel the energy coming in. Feel yourself filling up yourself and feeling the warm light, filling up your body, every cavity, every space, right? And as you breathe out, push out all the questions and the doubts and the concerns, breathing in comfort and excitement. Breathe out just doubt and questions, right? Let's think about the topics we're going to have today. Let's get excited about the conversations we're going to have today. And most of all, let's think about this space and this time and this moment that we're giving ourselves to not just work in our careers. Let's use this moment to work on our careers, work on our dreams. Let's work on what we want to achieve, what's beautiful about the future. And think about how we're going to do this collectively. Even though we are here together virtually, there is a collective forming here right now. We're sharing this conversation. We're working together with each other, and there is something to that energy. All right. So for those of you who are here, there are different topics that we're going to hold, right? Share your questions on the side. We feel free to reach out to some of your speakers and connect. Let's see, feel free to talk about what are your biggest concerns right now. And if we can broach those topics, let's make sure that we get a chance to talk about them, right? Let's have, let's see. Let's do this, right? Let's talk about how design, and here's something else, we think of design as an analytical, logical part of our process, but yet design is creative. It's emotive, it's logistics, it's analytical, but we have to remember that what we are building for, it is emotion, right? And it is energy. And how do we connect all of those different topics together, right? You think about where we are today in this moment, in this time where this world, we've got COVID. Let's talk about this, right? We've got COVID that's all of a sudden interrupting our lives. That in itself, in some respect, is that not a gift? Has that not allowed all of us to stop and interrupt our busy lives? Everyone I talk to, we always talk about how busy our lives are. We talk about how we don't have time to focus on the things that matter. And could this moment, in some strange way, can we see the silver lining in this? Can we see how COVID has allowed us to stop for a moment to think about what really matters to us? Look at how this has allowed us to reevaluate our values, right? During this time of COVID, not even talking about the economic, shift, right? And Black Lives Matter and injustice. But look at what just even COVID did, allowing us to stop, pull away from being busy, right? The busy complacency, what we talk about, how we allow ourselves to ignore the things that matter to us. But think about the values that we now have, the people that matter to us most. Who do we spend time with? Who do we find time to reconnect with? What do we value? Family, our health, our mindset, our internal well-being, the environment. Look at the patterns that are happening, the shift of values. Look at the different companies that are not holding us, but maybe we need to find and build our own communities. We're going to talk about that, right? We're going to talk about where can design help. One of the biggest things that we realized let me just say that we almost did not hold this conference. Like many, we thought, how are we going to hold this conference? We used to just have a panel discussion of 4 panelists, and we would host it in the lovely Knoll showroom. And then when we started talking about it, too many people came to us and said, we have to do this. We have to have a conversation and talk about where design will be, right? There are too many businesses and communities that need help. And it's interesting, in the business of design, it doesn't matter where you are. If you're in the world of strategy, design research, user experience, retail, branding, fashion, right? It doesn't matter. Sustainability, like Daniela Bollinger. or even merger acquisitions like Erica Young, right? It doesn't matter where you sit. I think the most common lament that people in design have is that sometimes you bring this amazing solution to your customer, and your customer, whether it's corporate, whether it's community, whether it's individual, they don't always take your solution. And so this is the theme for today, for this year's conference, is designing for disruption. Because when customers are happy, customers don't necessarily need or want or notice that they need solutions. And yet today, we are all disrupted. Every country, every community, every strata, every community, every type of human being, we are all disrupted. And now the world is ready and looking for solutions. Now more than ever, our customers, the world out there, and new customers who need us that we don't even know who we might want to help. There are so many out there that want and need help finding new and better solutions. New solutions not to just help them survive this transition, but new solutions to help us not just survive, but thrive through this, right? So as creative professionals, what do we need to do? What do we need to think about so that we can be the best change agent, so that we can be the best innovator, strategist, designer to help our clients through this time? This is probably the most unprecedented time ever in our human history, in the last at least 100 years, right? I think, and I love this moment, I think that being in this world of design, we have been primed for this moment, everyone. We have been primed. This is our moment to step up and help and participate in this world. As creatives, as colleagues, as friends, as neighbors, right? To help out. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for you guys to be here and watch and join us and listen to some of these amazing speakers who are going to give us some great advice and inspire us on how do we, how do we change? How do we, invigorate, listen to what they're talking about, get inspired, and let's think about what we're going to do to change this world. Okay. All right. Looking in the Slack, Andy, I would love to have a voice on Headspace, a section on Headspace. Let's do mindful meditations on how do we design, how do we become creative, right? And I love that we're seeing people in the Design Summit Slack channel. If you guys are going in, I see Rob, I see Andy. You guys, I don't know if you can, if you date yourself. Wasn't there back in Zoom where where people could say, I see Kelly, I see, oh, and Kelly. So a quick moment to just thank the people that are here today. Like I said before, a month ago, this was just an idea. I have to thank my friend Ginger Dollywall, who said we had to do this. And as we started asking around and speaking to some of you guys, everybody said, yes, we have to have this design summit, right? We have to have this discussion. And then thank you to Kelly. As you guys are here, just so you guys know, we are doing this for the very first time. I love, as creatives, let's just do this. Let's make this happen. Kelly Cook is our event producer extraordinaire. Everything that you have seen here, I give a huge thanks to Kelly for helping us pull this all together. Okay. let's see. Oh, and then
I'm jumping on just to say hi.
hey, Kelly. Oh my God. Oh, and I love the hair. I love, she's got everywhere. If you,
I got special Design Summit earrings, everyone. I hope
there you go.
all.
I love it.
And a reminder to all of our attendees, at the end of the evening, you have the opportunity to turn your video on and show us your dance moves.
Yeah.
When DJ Kaiser Disco is going to be playing some music. So be prepared at 5 p.m. to show off your cute earrings and your cocktails.
That's right. You guys, let's do this. Not only do we have, you know, intellectually stimulating conversation, but let's have fun. I mean, we're human, we are people, right? So let's have fun with it. Let's celebrate, you know, and let's celebrate the connections and the people and the things that we get to look forward to, the things that we get to create together. Let's have fun with this, right? And bring your family and friends together. Let's just all come together and just talk about the way we're living, right? A lot of us, we tend to separate work and personal life, but in reality, we're making it all happen together, right?
And speaking of bringing people together, I think it's time that we ask Andy to join us for hers. I'm gonna turn on her video so she can come on.